Hello, Olu again, nuggets of wisdom again. Why please like, share, hit the notification bell for new content. My title today is Valuing Small Beginnings. Value small beginnings. Let's talk about it. Welcome back. Why like, share, hit the notification bell for new content. As I'm going through my life, I've been looking at a lot of things that has brought me to this particular point. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. So sometimes in your life, you have to trace back, do a treasure hunt of how all things unfolded. And I'm finding out that a lot of us like to celebrate the big things that happen to us, but we seldom celebrate the little wins on the way. And I can tell you this from experience that sometimes this needs to be done, or most of the time. Let me break it down. I have a little story time. I was talking to myself this evening, and I was mentioning after my divorce around, I think 2011, 2012, I had to move out of Texas, move to New Jersey. Mind you, I've not lived in an apartment almost 12, 13 years. That's number one. Number two, I don't even understand the process of actually getting an apartment again. So during that time, I was transitioning. Work was, just started a new job, and I was trying to look for apartments in New Jersey. The first place I went, I thought I liked, my credit score wasn't good enough, or whatever happened that time, I didn't have enough credit to actually get the apartment. And so eventually I traced it because I didn't know my area in New Jersey, but I wanted to make sure that the apartment I get is going to be close to the job. So I got this apartment, so I went to this other place. I was so afraid to apply for this apartment because it was too hard to run my credit again. To cut a long story short, the lady told me, and she said, "Olu, I'm kind of busy. Can you come back in 10 minutes?" So I wandered around the block and came back in 10 minutes. When I came back, and she told me, "Oh, congratulations, Olu, you've been approved for the apartment," you would think I just bought a brand new mansion. Because I was so afraid that nobody would give me a place to stay. I say this to say that sometimes we want to celebrate the big things, but what actually really counts in time of pain and trouble and transitions is those small wins. It's those wins that you don't really value. It's those wins that you think that you need a break from everything you have been going through. The Bible says in Zechariah 4:10, "Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin." When you are going through a transition, a pain, a breakup, a divorce, loss of job, right? Do not despise the day of humble beginnings. I switched that a little bit. Do not despise the day of humble beginnings. Do not despise the day of small wins. It don't mean nothing was happening. It didn't mean that you didn't make any leeway. It just means it was not as big as what you wanted. But right now, I need every win I can get to get through this. So my brothers, my sisters, I want to let you know, maybe you're going through some things right now, and you cannot see the light of day of what's going on. But on the way, you're having little successes, you're having little wins. I want you to take the time and sit back and celebrate that, because you're waiting for everything to come together. You're waiting for it to happen. It's just like when we say that people are waiting for me to have $1 billion in your bank account. But the $1 million starts when you start celebrating You know, maybe you got a new contract, but you got a new job. It's not what you're looking for, but it's close to what you're looking for. Celebrate that. Appreciate that. It's not value small wins. The Bible says, do not despise the day of humble beginnings. Do not despise the day of small wins. Do not despise the days of small breaks. Do not despise the days of little mercies. Do not despise the day of little graces. Do not despise the little breakthroughs. Because what you are doing is that you are waiting for the big thing to happen before you celebrate the small wins. And this is what gets everybody else. So you're basically comparing yourself against somebody else. I did a video about comparing yourself. If you look at some of the videos I've done in the past, it doesn't help you if you cannot celebrate your small wins. I will tell you, as I said before, you see, that 500 square feet felt like, it felt peaceful. It felt like as if it was the smallest place I could live in. But the joy I got out of that apartment, I said before, it felt like a mini sanctuary. Sometimes if I put my hand wide, I'm not joking. I mean, the only difference between that house probably is going to be like a couple of inches on each side when I actually stretch my hand in the house. It was small, but you know what? It was mine. It was my space. And that, after going through the trauma and the issues I've been through, everything looked big. Everything felt amazing. To the point that when I bought the first piece of furniture, I bought was a TV stand. Right? Because the TV that I brought in was on the floor. So when I put that TV on the stand, and I wake up in the middle of the night, maybe I go to the restroom or you do something, then look, oh, okay, it's coming together. I started valuing small wins. Oh, I was able to do this today. I was able to hit the gym today. I did that the whole of this week. I've been good. Small wins. It doesn't mean everything's together. Doesn't mean I have all the answers. Doesn't mean I want the kind I wanted to be. But the point is that we do not do that in this society. So the more the flash, the better. Sometimes you just have to be grateful for those small wins. You just have to be grateful for how those things pan out. I tell you, small wins for me is what I actually needed. So before I wrap up tonight, I'm going to give you 5 advantages of small wins. Number 1, small wins is the beginning of healing. If you've been through a lot of trauma in your life, every win you get, you need to marinate in it. You need to stay in it because it's been so tough. Number 2, small wins motivate you to tackle the bigger things. Oh, let me explore a business. Now I have a small place. Now I have to go and do that exam. Now I have to make my list. Now I have to rebuild my life. It motivates you to tackle bigger problems. Number 3, small wins give you a form of resetting your life. Remember when I said in my storyline, before I was living in a mini mansion. Now I'm living in an apartment. I didn't let that break me. It was a time for me to reset my life again. It was a time for me to look inward than outward. It was a time for me to look deeper than what I'm thinking. Look deeper than just stuff. Now it's you by yourself and God by yourself. I was able to pray more, fast more, read more, understand my area, just being a quiet space, understanding your surroundings, found a church home that I had to attend. I was resetting my life. Number 4, what it does is that the small wins break the cycles of defeat. Sometimes you need that win. Man, before that, I was waiting for men to come. Let me be honest with you, I was basically sleeping on people's couches. I was couch living. I had no place to stay. I needed that 500 square feet apartment to come through. And this happened for about 4 months. So for you to live on people's couch, different places for about 4 months, and eventually now get your house, it kind of broke that cycle of defeat that I was feeling about myself. Lastly, every day our faith is being challenged. Small wins increases your faith. Oh, if this can happen, maybe I can do a little bit more. Maybe I can do a little bit more. God, faith without work is dead. I have my faith, I put the work in, I start believing as I move from one step to another. During this time, I said my story before, 300 pounds. I said I wrestled with the gym, I worked out, I had a church home, started making friends. All my friends were trainers because that's all I knew. I had no friends in New Jersey, all my friends were in the gym. So those are the things that you have to do. 5 advantages of having small wins. Value small beginnings. Value small wins. This audio again, nuggets of wisdom. Like, share, hit the notification bell for new content. Please smash that subscription button, because a lot of us, I see a lot of viewing, but a lot of subscription. Smash it. Help a brother out. God bless. I'm out.